Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Good to be back. Some of our top headlines for today. In Jessamine County, they're looking for a missing teen. We've got the details on that, plus a town hall meeting in Garrard County to discuss a dangerous intersection and big news for EKU's aviation school, plus a look at the weather with Sam. And of course, we've got your sports report with Michael Watkins. That is all coming up here today, live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, it was just before news time today. The Jessamine County Sheriff's Office released this photo of a missing juvenile. His name is Jacob Youngblood. Jacob was last seen at school yesterday and has not been seen since. He is 15 years old and is from Nicholasville. Anyone who knows where he may be is asked to please contact the Jessamine County Sheriff's Office. Take a good look at that picture up on the screen now. Jacob Youngblood, Sheriff's Office phone number 859-887-5447. Concerned residents attended a packed town hall meeting Monday night to discuss the dangerous intersection of US 127 and Rogers Road, where 3 people have died since April. Crashes include an ambulance and tractor-trailer collision in April and a fatal motorcycle accident in July. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet shared plans to add merge lanes and turnarounds with $2.6 million in federal funding allocated. The project is expected to begin in March and last until May. Well, over 40 years since the first aviation-related course was offered at Eastern Kentucky University, the college's aviation program is poised to become one of the most successful in the country. On the heels of the university's announcement of their partnership program with Allegiant Air, local and state leaders gathered today at the Central Kentucky Regional Airport to break ground on EKU's new Flight Training Center. With more on the story, here's WBON TV's Gage Hill.
There may have been some gray clouds in the sky, but it was all optimism inside the EKU aviation hangar at the Central Kentucky Regional Airport earlier today. State and local leaders were in attendance for the groundbreaking ceremony for EKU's new Flight Training Center. The $25 million facility, which is being funded by Kentucky's General Assembly, is slated to begin construction in 2025. This new facility will replace 2 repurposed FEMA trailers that currently house the university's aviation program at the airport. EKU's aviation program is the only university-based flight program in the state of Kentucky and has a current enrollment of over 460 students. Even more impressive is the 100% job placement rate within the program.
As we think about students, we are serving students all across the Commonwealth, from Paducah to Pikeville, from Williamsburg to Covington, but from California to Florida to New York. We are bringing students to this flight program, one of America's premier flight programs, from all over the nation.
The new training facility is one of 3 upcoming construction projects taking place at the Central Kentucky Regional Airport. There is also a $4.5 million terminal building, as well as a $2.2 million sewer water infrastructure deployment project, both of which are scheduled to begin next year. The terminal will also be used by EKU's aviation program, as students will be trained in flight instruction, scheduling and dispatching, and maintenance, among many other aspects of aircraft operation. Governor Andy Beshear commented on the need for experienced pilots and aerospace managers to help support the state's economy.
Aviation is a top Kentucky industry. Back in February, we announced Commonwealth broke its all-time exports record. It was more than $40 billion of goods shipped around the world. And as for many years, aerospace products and parts led the way. With $13.3 billion in exports, that's not just amazing. It was a 27% increase over the previous year, so we are still growing. And this airport, Central Kentucky Regional Airport, provides a front door, a welcome mat to the opportunities for Kentuckians and for businesses, and now it'll include a growing number of aviation pilots.
In October, the university announced a partnership with Allegiant Air to offer the Accelerate Pilot Pathway program, which provides students a fast track to the airline industry. This made EKU the 12th university in the nation to join the airlines program. EKU's new Flight Training Center is expected to be completed in early 2027. Reporting for WBON TV Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage, for that story. Great news for EKU. Well, more Eastern Kentucky news. Eastern Kentucky's own Daryl D. Boone Pittman, a Powell County musician and songwriter, has achieved a major milestone, winning the Josie Award for Songwriter of the Year Personal Portfolio. The prestigious award, presented at the Grand Ole Opry, recognizes independent artists from around the world, and Pittman is proud to represent his home region on such a prominent stage. Pittman told our media partner, LEX18, that he moved to Powell County as a child and grew up in Stanton, where he developed a love for lyrics and storytelling. His father, a musician himself, paid him to figure out song lyrics for the band, sparking Pittman's early fascination with songwriting. By 14, Pittman picked up a guitar and started writing his own songs, inspired by legendary artists like Bruce Springsteen. In 2018, he adopted the name D. Boone Pittman and began writing music that reflects the people and stories and the culture of Eastern Kentucky. His dedication to the craft shines in songs like The Gig Downstream, written after witnessing the aftermath of devastating floods in 2022, while his track East of Ravenna serves as a hopeful dedication to flood victims. Pittman was one of 15 Kentuckians honored at the Josie Awards, which Pittman believes speaks to the state's thriving music scene. Well, new details have been released by the National Transportation Safety Board regarding the powered parachute crash in Nicholasville October the 27th that killed 2 people. Officials say that a preliminary investigation revealed that as the parachute was preparing to land, it impacted the ground nose first on downward sloping terrain around 160 feet northeast of the runway. In their examination of the aircraft, the Federal Aviation Administration found no indication of a fire. Their report read all 3 propeller blades were fractured about 1/3 outboard from the hub. Also, the engine was reportedly still attached to the airframe, and in-line fuel filter was full of liquid consistent with gasoline. An investigation is still ongoing, and we'll continue to give you updates as the story develops. That we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Rainy day here in the Bluegrass. We've got Sam going to come on in and take a look at the forecast with us.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Hey everyone. everyone, Jeremy here with the Red Poppy. We're not your typical small business. We're a full floral and gift boutique, plus serve coffee and refreshers, and we have several food options as well. Stop by our convenient drive-thru on your way to work or let us deliver. Like us on Facebook and join us live at 5 each Friday where we give away great gifts. So far this year, we've given away a trip to Vegas, a trip for 4 to Disney World, and lots more. Come see us anytime and take advantage of our full menu at the Red Poppy, 5006 Atwood Drive, Suite 1 in Richmond.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. A rainy, dreary day out there. We've got Sam in the Weather Center with a look at that forecast.
Hi, thanks, Gretelyn, and welcome everyone. We're going to have a few showers still to contend with as we head through the day Wednesday, Thursday. The 7-day forecast is going to look like an absolute wet mess, but the reality is that they're real spotty, very light showers, maybe just a few drips sort of thing. Now, some of those drips could turn into some flakes. We're also going to have some strong winds. So this is the North Dakota, South Dakota area. Big area of low pressure is going to be moving over the Great Lakes and strengthening here into the day Thursday. So Wednesday, we get hit by some winds in the afternoon. Thursday, we get hit by even stronger winds in the afternoon. Both coming out of the northwest, both driving in colder and colder temperatures. So technically here Wednesday will be above average, but that's it. Then we drop below average. This is going to be a scarf, hat, mitten forecast going forward. Overnight lows close to freezing, daytime highs hanging out generally in the 40s, if that. And then on Thursday will be about the coldest, along with it that strong blustery wind in the afternoon. So definitely the kids going to school, you layer them up, you make sure they're well protected. We could even have a few flakes of snow mixing in, but we're not expecting any kind of impacts or any accumulation with that. But you might be able to see some snow. Hey, kind of fun there. So here we are Wednesday. There's the area of low pressure moving into the Great Lakes. Hasn't really taken hold yet. We're still above average, still dealing with a few rain showers or drips out here through our Wednesday afternoon. Then Thursday, it continues to strengthen. That really pulls in that cold air. And that cold air will stay with us through the rest of the weekend, then warm up a little bit, maybe by the end of the weekend or early next week. So we've got a chance, again, of a few flakes of snow, but no accumulation expected. Really want to emphasize that. So it's not going to have an impact. It'll be just kind of fun to look at, and it'll just be blustery and raw out here. So we'll be dropping down into the upper 40s to low 50s, waking up here on our Wednesday morning. And Wednesday highs, as I mentioned, still above average, 58. Average highs 54. And then we drop below average. Overnight lows are going to be even colder. Bundle up.
Thanks, Sam. I think I could take some snow at this point. You can take a full look at that forecast up now at WBONTV.com. Well, in Nicholasville, residents are reacting to a recent Facebook post of the Nicholasville Police Department about yard sale permits. The post informed the community that permits can now be obtained online, a change designed to simplify the process. Assistant Police Chief Matt Marshall told our media partner, LEX18, that the permit requirement is not new. It's part of a city ordinance dating back to 2005. The ordinance aims to prevent residential properties from being used for ongoing, unregulated sales. Marshall explained, "We don't want what I would describe as unregulated flea markets causing an eyesore or traffic and parking issues in residential areas." The permit is free, allows 4 yard sales per year, and is overseen by the department's Code Enforcement Division. While occasional spot checks are conducted, the focus is not on penalties, but on maintaining order. The department also reminded residents about the rules for yard sale signs, which cannot be placed between sidewalks and roadways or on utility poles or street signs. Marshall added, "We just want to make sure they get cleaned up at the end of the day." Police emphasized that the ordinance has been in place for nearly 2 decades, with the recent change aimed solely at improving the convenience of residents. For sign placement, you can take a look at their website. Over in Wolfe County, a school was briefly placed on a lockdown on Monday morning after it was discovered an employee had brought a gun and ammunition onto school grounds. The employee, who was reportedly upset about a personal issue, was promptly removed from campus. Law enforcement recovered 2 weapons and several boxes of ammunition from the employee's vehicle. The school district emphasized that student and staff safety is their top priority and that the lockdown was implemented as a precautionary measure and no one was in danger. Well, Kentucky fans have kicked off the Big Blue Crush blood drive in a strong showing. As of yesterday, 453 Kentucky fans have donated blood, surpassing the 387 Tennessee fans. This marks the best opening day for the blood drive since 2019. To encourage more donations, the Kentucky Blood Center is offering incentives. All donors this week will receive a free Big Blue Crush t-shirt and a chance to win 2 tickets to the Kentucky versus Louisville football game that is on November the 30th. On Tuesday in Fayette County, 63-year-old John Alt, a man who pleaded guilty to child sexual abuse charges, was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Back in 2019, Alt tried to meet a 12-year-old girl in Lincoln County who was actually an undercover deputy. He was released on bond. While on bond, Alt, according to police, brought a minor from Georgia to Kentucky and tried to give her alcohol and was arrested by the Fayette County Police. The victim was taken back to Georgia. In Lincoln County, Alt was found guilty of possession, viewing of a matter portraying a sexual performance by a minor. Alt was indicted in Fayette County in 2022 and chose to represent himself in court. He later pleaded guilty to charges of first-degree sodomy of a victim 12 years old or under, first-degree sexual abuse of a victim under 12, and first-degree incest of a victim under 12 years old. He's found guilty of possession of viewing a matter portraying a sexual performance by a minor. He was sentenced for 5 years for sexual abuse of the victim under 12 and another 5 for incest of that victim under 12. Additionally, he will be on mandatory supervision for 5 years following his release from prison. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Michael Watkins has your latest sports news. That is all coming up next here, Live at 5.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And us, and PD.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Well, last night on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, EKU head football coach Walt Wells joined Michael and Samantha to recap an impressive come-from-behind win over Austin Peay and over the weekend. That's today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
What a fun game it was for you guys.
Yes.
You fall behind early.
Right.
And the ability, again, to just battle back and find a way to dig that one out in overtime. Just talk about the team's performance. And once again, defense played well when you really needed it to step up.
Well, I think the players and the coaches all did a great job. I mean, it's a 60-minute game for a reason, and that's what we try to preach. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't pay attention to the external factors that tell you where you're at. Just how are you playing? Are you playing well? Are you not playing well? And we thought going in at halftime, we'd had some good drives, but turned the ball over.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost a possession on the kickoff return fumble. We lost a possession on the fumble by Latham, and then we lost a possession inside the red zone on the pick by Matt. And, you're sitting there and you're moving the ball and you're doing good things, and you're turning the ball over. Well, the football analogies tell you that, if you lose the turnover battle, you're probably going to lose the game. But luckily, we won the explosive play battle, so we split it. And we're able to get it into overtime and get the win. And so I think that just speaks volumes to our assistant coaches and the culture they're building inside their rooms, and then obviously the players and them just, listening and playing through it all and not getting too down on themselves and just playing with a with a passion for what they need to do. And, we talked all week about the difference between hope and belief. And really the difference is in belief there's work. There's focus, there's study, there's all those things that go into it so you can believe in what you believe in, whether it's many different types of things, and hope is just walking in there and hoping you can get it done because you've done it before maybe. And so, those are the things that we talked about. And we talked about it was going to be a 15-round fight. And, you got to go 15 rounds and you're going to get knocked, you're going to get hit, you're going to get knocked down, you're going to get all those things in a 15-rounder. So just keep punching.
You talked about the 15-round fight. You guys have had a couple of those last few weeks, and you've gotten some revenge. You had Central Arkansas lost, last-second loss to them last year, overtime loss to Austin Peay. You come back, get them this weekend. So do you guys ever talk about that, or do you just focus on, what's in front of you with the team right now?
The players talk about it some, but we don't. I never bring it up because it's a factor. That goes against not watching the scoreboard. If I'm going to preach don't watch the scoreboard, I can't sit there and say, hey, we're on a revenge tour. Now, that's great for this show. That's great for the players to talk about amongst themselves. After the game, they talked about it and things like that, because, I made a comment at some point that Central Arkansas coach had said, oh, we finally got the EKU monkey off our back. And, of course, our guys were like, oh, we put it right back on there, And, and that's all great, and that's for fun and all. But I don't believe in all that. I believe new team, new people, new everything. We got to go out and prove it and do it and be the best versions of ourselves and play the way we need to play. And, don't get me wrong. Do I find satisfaction in it? It's the winning, so much is not the revenge tour, because if you stick around long enough, you're going to lose to somebody.
That's true.
And you're going to beat them too. And so those are the things that we try to instill in our guys in our program. So they don't ever feel like they're out of the game.
Talk to us about halftime. What did you say to make such a difference with this team in the half, in the locker room?
Well, they were all walked in there, and you could tell they were down. And, I thought to myself before I walked in there, is this a, how do I say this? Is this just let them be and let them work it out themselves, or is this something that I need to go in there and address some things? And so I went in there and addressed them, and I can't say what I said on TV here, but it wasn't a beat down. It was more of a, hey, here's where we're at. We're moving the ball. Yeah. Defense, you've got to shut them out. If you don't let, and I told the defense this, I said, if you don't let them score, we can win the game. But if you let them score, they went out, and that's what they did. They didn't let them score. And then the offense, I knew if we protected the football, hey, protect the football at all costs. You can't give it back. We can't waste possessions. And we had a couple where we didn't score, but we got, we were down, 24-7, I think it was. And so we got the 17 points and got it tied, and then got it in overtime. And when we, won the toss and elected to go on defense, I knew right then their kicker's good enough that they had 3 points, unless we got negative yardage. And I said, so just go out there and stop them, make them kick it, and try to block it. And we tipped it, but it still went in. And I knew that if they scored 3, I felt confident in our offense that we'd get 6.
Yeah, because you had the momentum. You were rolling in the second half.
Yeah, we took the momentum from them. They had it in the first half, and we took it in the second half.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 news team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com. It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. The holiday season is almost officially here. If you're looking for something to add to your calendar, make sure that you mark December the 7th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the Holiday Happenings Craft Show. That is going to be at the Old Richmond Mall, 8:30 Eastern Bypass. Holiday-themed craft show featuring handmade crafts and holiday treats by local artisans. Again, that is going to be December the 7th, a great holiday activity for the whole family. Have a wonderful afternoon, and of course, I'll be right back here with you tomorrow, live at 5.